If you didn't have an art market, then fakers could not exist.
We hanky-panky men have always been with you.
That's a fact.
What's new are the
experts.
The experts.
The so-called experts.
After establishing the story of Elmire de Hory and Clifford Irving, Wells quickly targets their relationship to art experts.
The experts.
Experts are the new oracles.
Who are greatly pretentious,
They speak to us with the absolute authority of the computer.
pretend to know something, what they only know very superficially.
And we bow down before them.
Wells sees experts as the self-proclaimed guardians of good taste and good art, deciding what is authentic and what is not, what is merely pretty and what is actually art.
It's pretty, but is it art? Well, how is it valued?
The value depends on opinion. Opinion depends on the experts. A faker like Elmire makes fools of the experts, so who's the expert? Who's the faker?
Noted Wells historian Catherine Benamou has pointed out that F for Fake is a film about the pitfalls of the art market. In modern capitalism, the value of authenticity has taken precedence over meaning and satisfaction for the artist. Art experts, in truth, are more valuable than artists, for they safeguard the enrichment and empowerment of art institutions. Wells, of course, was no stranger to the conflicts between artists and institutions, and his focus on this topic can be no random selection. It was studio experts that had taken away control of so many of his films. It was experts in the media that had criticized his innovation and scorned his independence. And experts around the world had refused to finance his films. In light of all this expertise, Wells's discussion on experts takes on a deeper meaning, as does the burning of the paintings, which he shows so often, reminiscent of burnings from another movie.
When I was unable, but absolutely unable, to sell any of my paintings.
How could you blame me? I had no money in my pocket, no socks in my shoes, and no real painting style of my own.
While clear in his opinion of experts, Wells is less clear in his view of success in the commercial world. On the surface, he seems to favor the unsuccessful upstarts Elmire de Hory and Clifford Irving over the hugely successful Howard Hughes and Pablo Picasso.
Here's our hero, our ex-jailbird.
He often speaks well of de Hory,
And Irving.
and Wells openly admires Irving's hoax. Picasso, however, is an unflattering egotist,
And I have stated several times that
and Hughes is a craggy eccentric.
I mean it.
Ces fleurs, elle est venue
Wells also visually contrasts the two pairs. De Hory and Irving are repeatedly shown at parties with friends.
Another party.
Voilà, Brigitte la Victoire.
Hughes and Picasso are shown alone, isolated from the world, cut off by their popular acceptance.
What was he doing up there? What were they doing to him? Is he winning now? The end of this story.
And yet, all is not so simple. When examined, the fictional Picasso of the film becomes a thinly veiled representation of Orson Welles himself. It was Welles, not Picasso, who had had an affair late in life with Oya Kodar. And this affair had led Welles, not Picasso, into a new artistic period. Some have called it his Oya period, marked by much stronger sexual themes and self-reflexive examination. Once again, the paradox emerges. Somehow, Welles objectively appreciates his life and sees through it at the same time.
The triumphs and the frauds, the treasures and the fakes, a fact of life. We're going to die. Be of good heart. Cry the dead artists out of the living past. Our songs will all be silenced. But what of it? Go on singing.
When F for Fake finally premiered in America in 1976, most critics were confused, and audiences were indifferent. Welles later said, "When I finished F for Fake, I thought I had discovered a new kind of movie. And it was the kind of movie I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing. And it was the failure of F for Fake that was one of the big shocks of my life. Because I really thought I was onto something." Although Welles never stopped working, the next decade would leave a wake of unfinished projects and unsupported ideas. And F for Fake, in retrospect, became marked by its themes, representing authorship and experts, artistic success and financial failure, the outline of promise, and the specter of promise unfulfilled.